That is the field before the lines and bases are put down. The grounds crew performs the same ritual for every game on every field, laying chalk lines, putting down bases, mowing the outfield. It's as timeless as the game itself, and it's all in anticipation of two words: play ball.
And once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Oscar Frazier Park in Bluffton, South Carolina, for the Beaufort County Channel's continued coverage of the Dixie Boys State Championship. Here at Field 3, the Leo Vanoni Memorial Field, our 1 o'clock game will feature the visiting North Augusta team. They'll face the home team for this game, Hartsville County. And here is the way that North Augusta will line up this afternoon. Kyrie White will lead off, and he'll play second base. Zach Hardy in center field will bat second. Parker Pugh, the pitcher for North Augusta, will bat third. Cole Verdery, the designated hitter, will bat cleanup. Josh Noyce in left field will bat fifth. Braden Stone, the first baseman, will hit sixth. Bryson Knuckles, the shortstop, will hit seventh. Bryce Tillman in right field will hit eighth, and rounding out the batting order and batting ninth is Colin Stevens, and he will play third base for North Augusta. Bryson Wright will be doing the catching for North Augusta, so the DH, Cole Verdery, will be batting for Bryson Wright. That's how North Augusta lines up offensively. Defensively for Hartsville County, they'll line up this way in the outfield, left to right. Alvy Fullwood is over in left. In center field, it's Jace Atkinson, and over in right field, Ryan Thompson. Around the infield, third to first, Evan Young at third. Quez Hadley, the shortstop. Andrew Dameron at second base. Tucker Galloway over at first. Treon McFarland behind the plate. And on the mound for Hartsville County, and you see him out completing his warm-up tosses, is John Alexander. This is an elimination game in the Dixie Boys version of this tournament. There's a Dixie Junior Boys and a Dixie Boys, and this afternoon, Dixie Boys action all the way around here at 1 o'clock. As Kyrie White makes his way to the batter's box, John Alexander gets the sign he's looking for, and the first pitch of the afternoon is on the way, and it's swung on and missed for strike one. We are underway from Field 3 at Oscar Frazier Park. Thanks for joining us. Live on the Beaufort County Channel, also at BeaufortCountySC.gov. The pitch is hit out towards second, fielded by the second baseman. Throw on to first, close play at first, but in time for the first out in the top of the first inning. Bang bang play at first is how the game starts, but it's 1 up, 1 down for North Augusta, and that brings up Zach Hardy, the center fielder. As you can imagine, in the low country of South Carolina, it is hot, it is humid, and these young men are going to have to make sure they stay hydrated this afternoon. Supposed to be cooler tomorrow, Wednesday, and into Thursday, but today it is hot. And the sun beating down on all fields. 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's even now. 1 ball, 1 strike to Zach Hardy. 1-1 pitch on the way. Hit in the hole between short and third into left field, a base hit. It's a 1-out single for Zach Hardy, and North Augusta has their first base hit of the afternoon. That will bring up the pitcher for North Augusta, Parker Pugh. pitch on the way to Pugh. Hit toward third, fielded in foul territory. And it's strike one to the North Augusta pitcher. We like to pass around some biographical info on the players. Unfortunately, we don't have anything for North Augusta, as that pitch is popped up foul territory and fielded by the third baseman for out number 2. Runner remains at first for North Augusta. That's 2 down. And that'll bring up Cole Jag Verdery, the DH. I hope I'm saying that name right. Forgive me if I'm not. So Verdery stands in, runner at first, 2 outs, and he fouls the first pitch out of play for strike one. Pitch is fouled off again. The count goes to no balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 2 outs, top of the first, no score, just underway in this elimination game between the visiting North Augusta team and Hartsville County. Hartsville, the District 7 champs. That's how they punch their ticket to the Dixie Boys tournament. 1-2 pitch on the way. Runner leads off first. There's a swing and a miss. And North Augusta is out in the top of the first inning. They get a 1-out single. They leave him stranded at first. We go to the bottom of the first. Hartsville County comes to bat in a scoreless game. You're watching Dixie Boys Baseball live on the Beaufort County Channel. We go to the bottom of the first. Hartsville County comes to bat against North Augusta. Ryan Thompson leads off for Hartsville County, and he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Parker Pugh on the mound for the District 3 champions, the North Augusta team. And the 2-0 pitch bounces up there. 3 balls, no strikes to Ryan Thompson. It'll be Ryan Thompson, Treon McFarland, and Tucker Galloway, the first 3 batters for Hartsville here in the bottom of the first. And right after the 3-0 pitch, I'll give you the defensive alignment for North Augusta. Pugh into the wind. 3-0 pitch on the way is right through there for a strike. The count now 3-1. Pugh again ready. 3-1 pitch on the way. Thompson has to skip the rope, but he takes ball 4. Good start for Hartsville. It's a leadoff walk. And that'll bring up the catcher, Treon McFarland. For North Augusta defensively, left to right field, Josh Noyson left, Zach Hardy in center. Hartsville, check that. I said Hartsville. My mistake. It's Hartsville. I really can read, folks. Just tried to go too fast. So Hartsville, runner going from first. And this is something we saw all day yesterday. Teams seemed to run at will yesterday, and Hartsville picking right up with that here at the 1 o'clock game. It's a stolen base for Ryan Thompson and a runner in scoring position for Hartsville in the bottom of the first. For North Augusta in the outfield, again, left to right, Josh Noyson left, Zach Hardy in center, Bryce Tillman over in right, around the infield, third to first, Colin Stevens at third, Bryson Knuckles at shortstop. At second, it's Kyrie White, and over at first, Braden Stone. Bryson Wright is behind the plate, and Parker Pugh again on the mound. There's a foul at the plate. And the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes to Treon McFarland. Hartsville trying to break through here in the bottom of the first. There's no score, but they have the leadoff man in scoring position and nobody out. A no ball, 2 strike count to Treon McFarland. Pugh looks the runner back to second and brings it to the plate, and that's behind McFarland. And the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scott, somebody just said that the county council is being shown on the county channel right now. Pitch is lined down the left field line. That's a base hit. Hartsville's going to take the 1-0 lead. Here in the bottom of the first, it's an RBI double for Treon McFarland. Hartsville jumps out to a 1-0 lead.
Now back for Hartsville, first baseman number 34, Tucker Galloway.
Okay, gotcha. Hartsville leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. The RBI double by Treon McFarland has them out in front. Still nobody out. And Tucker Galloway now the batter for Hartsville. The 1-0 pitch is on the way, and it's taken down low. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to Tucker Galloway. Runner breaks for third, and he's going to make it easily. It's a stolen base for Treon McFarland. And the second run of the afternoon now stands at third for Hartsville.
Number 7, Trey Johnson.
Two-one pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and the count's even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tucker Galloway. Hartsville has jumped out to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. And the second run stands down at third in the person of Treon McFarland. Pugh is into the wind. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. That's hit out towards second, fielded on a hop by the second baseman. Run comes in to score, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the first. Hartsville now leads 2-0. So give Galloway an RBI on the ground out. That puts the first out on the board. That clears the bases, and that brings up Jace Atkinson, the center fielder.
Center fielder number 42, Jace Atkinson. All right, back here for the bottom of the first inning.
Pugh into the wide, and the pitch on the way is in there for a strike. 0-1 to Jace Atkinson. A one pitch misses inside. The count's even 1-1. Hartsville on top of North Augusta 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning. That is hit foul up toward third. And the count goes to 1-2 to Jace Atkinson. 2-0. Hartsville with the lead. Jace Atkinson lists cheeseburgers as his favorite food. Field of Dreams, classic baseball movie, as his favorite movie. Aroldis Chapman, who throws about 105 miles an hour, the closer for the Yankees, is his favorite player. Fortnite, he lists as his hobby. And he wants to be a Major League ball player when he grows up. One ball, two strikes. The count to Jace Atkinson. Hartsville on top 2-0. One out and the base is empty. Pugh into the wind, an off-speed pitch stays inside and high. And the count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Misses low and inside, and that fills the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pugh's again ready. 3-2 pitch on the way. That's popped up straight up the chute on the infield over near the screen, and it'll drift into foul territory right behind the screen and onto the roof right in front of my window. And the count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch on the way inside, and Atkins has to back out of the way, and he trots down to first with a 1-out walk. So 2 runs in for Hartsville here in the bottom of the first. Just 1 out. They have a runner at first in the person of Jace Atkinson, and Alvy Fullwood strides to the plate. Alvy Fullwood lists hot wings as his favorite food. Ronald Acuna Jr. as his favorite player. He wants to be an accountant when he grows up, and he likes to play video games as a hobby. Atkinson leads off first. Now he runs for second, and he's going to make it without a throw. It's another stolen base for Hartsville. And another runner in scoring position. The count's no balls and a strike to Alvy Fullwood. There's a strike right through there. The count's 0-2. Runner leads off second. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. We have the count incorrect. The count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Fullwood, with Atkinson running down at second. And just 1 out, 2 runs in for Hartsville. They lead 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch is whacked into left field, a solid single for Fullwood. They're going to send the runner from third, and he is going to make it. Atkinson comes in, scores standing up. It's 3-0 Hartsville. RBI single for Alvy Fullwood. Still just the 1 out with 3 runs in, and John Alexander, who's the pitcher for Hartsville, stands in. Scott, would it be worth a possible break call on the county channel? Oh, jeez. They're all at lunch. Runner goes for second, and he's going to make it. So Hartsville very aggressive with the bats and on the base paths, and they have another runner in scoring position with just 1 out. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry. One 0 pitch. Alexander takes inside. The count goes to check it. The count's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to John Alexander. With Alvy Fullwood, the runner down at second. Just 1 out, 3 runs in for Hartsville. And the runner breaks for third. The pitch is lined to the second baseman, who will flip to the shortstop, standing on second for the double play. And Hartsville is out here in the bottom of the first, but not before they score 3 runs. And they take us to the top of the second, leading North Augusta 3-0. We'll be right back with the Dixie Boys State Tournament live on the Beaufort County Channel. North Augusta comes to bat in the top of the second, trailing Hartsville 3-0. John Alexander still on the mound for Hartsville, and he'll face Josh Noyce, Braden Stone, and Bryson Knuckles, the first 3 batters for North Augusta. That's hit out in front of the plate. It's a fair ball and just out at first. A bang play at first base. Josh Noyce called out, and that's 1 out here in the top of the second. And just a housekeeping issue that we want to pass along. This game on Field 3 and the game being broadcast on Field 2 are both on alternate streams. To access those alternate streams, you must go to the new Beaufort County website. That's BeaufortCountySC.gov. The old Beaufort County website, bcgov.net, will not have the link that you need to access either of these alternate streams. So BeaufortCountySC.gov is where you need to be to access these streams. We apologize for any inconvenience about that. Alexander into the Y, the pitch on the way is fouled off, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Braden Stone, the first baseman for North Augusta. There's a big swing and a miss for strike 3. Stone goes down on strikes. That's 2 outs in the top of the second. And that'll bring up Bryson Knuckles, the shortstop. North Augusta is coached by Ben Hardy, David Noyce, and JoJo Higginbottom. And under their leadership, North Augusta became the District 3 champs. And that's how they punched their ticket to this Dixie Boys tournament. That's hit into right field, and that's going to be caught by the right fielder. It hangs up long enough to be caught for out number 3. It's a very easy inning for John Alexander in Hartsville in the top of the second. So we go to the bottom of the second. Hartsville still on top of North Augusta 3-0. You're watching the Dixie Boys right here live on the County Channel. Hartsville comes to bat, leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Quez Hadley, Andrew Dameron, and Evan Young will be the first 3 for Hartsville, with Parker Pugh still on the mound for North Augusta. Count goes to 2 balls and no strikes to Hadley. 2-0 pitch on the way. There's a big swing and a pop up the chute. Will it stay in play? It will, and it'll be caught by Parker Pugh himself, who raced in from the pitcher's mound. And that's 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting for Hartsville, second baseman number 22, Andrew Dameron.
Andrew Dameron now the batter, with the bases empty and 1 out in the bottom of the second. And there's a foul. And the count now, no balls and 1 strike. This the first of a bunch of games coming your way this afternoon. I know I'll be doing 3 of them, the 1 o'clock, the 4 o'clock, and the 7 o'clock game. Lots of baseball at Oscar Frazier Park. Last week, Oscar Frazier, Beaufort County hosted the Ozone Tournament, the 11 and 12-year-olds. That was won by Edgefield County, and they won that tournament undefeated. And now 2 tournaments this week, the Dixie Boys and the Dixie Junior Boys. So lots of baseball. 1-2 pitch misses in the dirt, and the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Andrew Dameron. Pugh into the wind, 2-2 pitch is a check swing and a swing for strike 3. Dameron goes down swinging, 2 quick outs for Parker Pugh and the North Augusta team here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Evan Young, the third baseman. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. And the count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Evan Young lists the Atlanta Braves as his favorite team, Josh Hamilton as his favorite sports idol. Likes to play the guitar and eat pizza. And his favorite movie is Moneyball. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Hartsville on top of North Augusta 3-0 in this elimination game in the Dixie Boys Championship. Parker Pugh into the wind. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Hit out toward third, fielded and booted by the third baseman. And Evan Young is going to reach. That'll be an E5. So runner at first, 2 outs. And we go back to the top of the order. And Ryan Thompson for Hartsville. Thompson digs in. Young gets a good-sized lead off first. Pugh comes set. And that's popped up. That's going to get into left field. And caught out there for out number 3. So Hartsville gets a runner on via an error. They leave that runner stranded. And we go to the top of the third. Score remains Hartsville 3, North Augusta nothing. You are watching Dixie Boys Baseball on the Beaufort County Channel. We'll be right back. We go to the top of the third. 3-0 Hartsville with the lead. We joined you just a little bit late, and we missed a ground out by Bryce Tillman to lead off the top of the third. So bases empty, 1 out, and Colin Stevens will be the batter. And he bunts it right in front of the mound, fielded by the catcher, and a strong throw onto first for the second out of the top of the third. 2 quick outs. So base is empty with 2 outs in a 3-0 game. And we go back to the top of the order and Kyrie White for North Augusta. And that pitch is hit out toward left, and it's going to be a very fast inning for John Alexander in Hartsville County as North Augusta goes 1, 2, 3 in the top of the third. We're moving right along here with a 1 o'clock game. The score remains Hartsville 3, North Augusta nothing. We'll be right back for the bottom of the third here at the Dixie Boys State Tournament on the County Channel. We're in the bottom of the third with Hartsville leading North Augusta 3-0. And Parker Pugh's first pitch is just a bit inside for ball 1. Trayon McFarland leads off for Hartsville. McFarland, Galloway, and Atkinson are the first 3 scheduled for Hartsville County. 1-0 pitch. Was that a foul or a ball? I guess it's a ball, and the count goes to 2-0. Umpire verifies. The count's 2 balls, no strikes. Three nothing Hartsville in the bottom of the third. Nobody on, nobody out. And the 2-0 pitch to McFarland. Big swing, but no contact, and the count goes to 2-1. Pugh ready, 2-1 pitch on the way. There's another big swing hit high and deep into center field, back toward the fence, and caught near the fence out there for out number 1. That's Zach Hardy out in center field. He made a good running catch out near the fence. Trayon McFarland gave it a ride, but that's a very loud first out here in the bottom of the third. And that'll bring up Tucker Galloway. And Galloway looks at ball 1. Galloway lists Zaxby's Wings as his favorite food, the Atlanta Braves as his favorite team, Craig Kimbrell as his favorite player. And his hobbies include baseball, fishing, and video games. And his favorite band is Panini, another band I've never heard of. 2-0 pitch misses high, and the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes to Hartsville's first baseman. Pugh into the wind, and the pitch on the way misses outside. And it's a 1-out walk to Tucker Galloway. He trots down to first. And that'll bring up Jace Atkinson. Pugh checks the runner, and he delivers a ball to Jace Atkinson.
Has 27 pitches, 2-7.
Atkinson awaits the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Downstairs for ball 2, 2-0. Hartsville is coached by Rocky Atkinson, Johnny Grant, and David Young. And the count goes to 3 balls, no strikes to Jace Atkinson. The winner of this game will move on in the Dixie Boys tournament. The losing team will unfortunately go home. Pugh looks the runner back to first, brings it to the plate, and it misses for ball 4. It's back-to-back walks here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting for Hartsville, number 4, Alvy Fullwood.
And now Alvy Fullwood will stand in for Hartsville, but not before North Augusta's coach trots out to the mound for a little discussion with Parker Pugh. Little shade being cast on the fields. I'm sure the players appreciate that. On a hot, humid, typical July afternoon in the low country of South Carolina. Looks like a new pitcher will take over on the mound for North Augusta.
Final pitch count, 53.
And it's going to be Bryson Wright. That's who's pitching. I wrote it down.
Yes, number 2 is number.
Oh. Bryson Knuckles, check that, not Bryson Wright. Bryson Knuckles takes over on the mound for North Augusta. So Knuckles will complete his warm-up tosses. And he'll face Alvy Fullwood with runners on first and second, and 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Hartsville up by 3. So here we go. Runners first and second for Hartsville. 1 out, and Alvy Fullwood will stand in against Bryson Knuckles. Knuckles gets his sign, and he brings the pitch to the plate, and it's in there for strike 1 to Alvy Fullwood. Runners get their leads off first and second. 0-1 pitch is all the way to the screen, and that'll move the runners up to second and third. A toss down to third, but not in time. So 2 more runners in scoring position now for Hartsville, and the count's 1 ball, 1 strike to Alvy Fullwood. Knuckles again ready. 1-1 pitch is outside. Good stop by the catcher Bryson Wright. And the count 2-1 on Fullwood. Outside again. 3-1 the count. We once again want to thank all of our viewers. The games this afternoon being streamed at BeaufortCountySC.gov. Full count now to Fullwood, 3-2. And that's again BeaufortCountySC.gov. That is a free streaming that the county channel offers. As that is whacked into right field, and that's going to fall down in front of the right fielder. One run's going to score. They're going to hold the other runner at third. It's a 4-0 lead for Hartsville as Tucker Galloway comes in to score. So it's an RBI single for Alvy Fullwood. Runners now first and third for Hartsville, and that brings up the pitcher, John Alexander. Bryson Knuckles back on the rubber. He looks in, gets his sign. Runners get their leads off first and third. Now a snap throw to first and a close play, and Alvy Fullwood is picked off at first. Good pickoff move there by Bryson Knuckles. Catches Alvy Fullwood sleeping at first. That is the second out in the bottom of the third. Runner remains at third. Fullwood disagreed with the call, and he's just now making his way back to the dugout. So that's 2 outs on the pickoff. Runner still at third for Hartsville with a run in and a 4-0 lead.
Number 5, shortstop, Cody Hall.
No balls, 1 strike to Alexander. 0-1 pitch on the way, popped up on the infield. Everybody clears the way for the second baseman, and he puts it away for out number 3. Hartsville adds a run to their lead, and that takes us to the top of the fourth in this elimination game in the Dixie Boys Championship. Hartsville leading North Augusta 4-0 right here, live on the County Channel. Top of the fourth, North Augusta comes to bat, trailing Hartsville 4-0. John Alexander still on the mound for Hartsville. That is a hit down the right left field line by Zach Hardy. He rounds first. He can fly, and he motors into second with a leadoff double and a good start for North Augusta. So Hardy with a leadoff double down the left field line. And that will bring up Parker Pugh for North Augusta. And a chance for North Augusta to plate their first run of the afternoon. Alexander's pitch to Parker Pugh. That's tapped to the mound, fielded by Alexander. The throw to first is going to be late. And North Augusta's got something going here in the top of the fourth. The first two men reach. And now the DH, Cole Verderi. And now a meeting on the mound for Hartsville. Runners lead off first and third. Verderi hits it out toward right field, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. North Augusta is going to score their first run of the afternoon, and the inning continues. It's an RBI single for Verderi. It's a 4-1 lead for Hartsville. Josh Noyce will now be the batter. Runners first and second for North Augusta with a run in here in the top of the fourth. And that's fouled back our way and off the roof of the press box. Strike one. A 1 pitch on the way. Is cut on and miss for strike two. No balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the fourth. Hartsville leading North Augusta 4-1. North Augusta has runners at first and second. And that is hit to second for the force play. The throw on to first is going to be late. That's the second out in the top of the fourth as the runner forced at second. Runners are going to be first and third now with 2 outs and a run in. And Braden Stone will be the batter. Check that, 1 out. Just 1 out. Got ahead of myself. Meeting for Hartsville. As North Augusta has a couple of men on, a run in, just 1 out. In the top of the fourth inning. These are 7-inning ball games, so still lots of baseball left in this game. And Braden Stone will stand in against John Alexander. Runners for North Augusta get their leads off first and third. Pickoff play on at third. Runner breaks for second. He's going to be out at second. The runner from third breaks for home, and he's going to score. So some heads-up base running there for North Augusta. And it's a 4-2 game as North Augusta cuts Hartsville's lead in half here in the top of the fourth. In the middle of all of that, that's the second out here in the top of the fourth. That clears the bases. 2 runs have scored for North Augusta, a 4-2 lead for Hartsville. And that's hit out toward right and deep. Right fielder gets turned around a couple of times, but stays with it. And he puts it away for out number 3. But a good inning for for North Augusta. They get back in the game. They score 2 runs. And Hartsville comes to bat in the bottom of the 4th with their lead now cut in half. It's 4-2. They'll try to get some more when they come up to bat here in the bottom of the 4th. Hartsville 4, North Augusta 2. This is the Dixie Boys State Tournament live on the County Channel. Quez Hadley comes to bat for Hartsville County in the bottom of the 4th inning. They lead North Augusta 4-2. Bryson Knuckles still on the mound for North Augusta. Knuckles came on in relief of Parker Pugh. (4-2) Hartsville. A good game here at Oscar Frazier Park in Bluffton. 2-0 pitch. 2-0 pitch is tapped out toward third. A slow roller throw to first is in time somehow or other. Braden Stone, the first baseman, kept his foot on the bag to receive the throw, and that's a great defensive play by North Augusta, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up Andrew Dameron. First pitch is all the way to the screen. No balls. Excuse me, 1 ball, no strikes to Andrew Dameron.
Now batting for Hartsville, number 22, Andrew Dameron. Next is number 14,
That's whacked into left field, a solid single. And maybe more than one, as Dameron, he definitely had designs on second base, but he threw on the brakes. So it's a long, loud, 1-out single for Andrew Dameron. That's a runner for Hartsville, and that brings up Evan Young, the third baseman.
Evan Young.
Hartsville leads by 2. They try to get some insurance here in the bottom of the 4th. Snap throw to first, a fairly close play, but Dameron gets back safely. Evan Young has some great hair. I have never had hair like that in my entire life. I barely have any hair left at all. There's a beautiful drone shot from center field here at Field 3. No balls and 1 strike to Evan Young. Andrew Dameron, the runner at first, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Knuckles again throws to first, and again Dameron back safely. And once again, these games this afternoon are being streamed live on the internet at BeaufortCountySC.gov. BeaufortCountySC.gov. The old Beaufort County website, bcgov.net, will not link you to the place you need to be, BeaufortCountySC.gov. And that is hit toward third and fair territory. The throw to second's in time for 1. The relay to first, just late. That was another close play at first base, but Evan Young beats it out, and it's a force out at second. That's 2 outs for Hartsville and a runner at first. And that takes us back to the top of the order and Ryan Thompson.
Now I'm back to Hartsville, number 27, Ryan Thompson.
First pitch to Thompson's on the inside corner for strike 1. Ryan Thompson lists steak as his favorite food, the Benchwarmers as his favorite movie. His favorite sports team, the Atlanta Braves. His favorite sports idol is Mike Trout. As that's hit into right field and going to sneak through for a base hit. Young thought about going to third. Now he's got to race back to second, and he makes it. At Hartsville with 2 runners on now and 2 outs. And Trayon McFarland, the batter. McFarland, a good hitter. And a chance to give Hartsville some insurance in the bottom of the 4th. They lead by 2. Runners get their leads off first and second. And another big cut and a foul by Trayon McFarland. McFarland does not get cheated at the plate. He takes big, powerful swings. And you kind of feel like if he could get a hold of one, he could hit it quite a long ways. But it's no balls and 1 strike. Runners again get their leads. 0-1 pitch on the way to McFarland. Is popped up a mile high. That's going to get out into right center field, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. And a run is going to score for Hartsville. The wind might have had an effect on that ball as it got pushed toward right field, and it fell in for a base hit. It's a RBI single for McFarland, and Hartsville adds a run. They now lead 5-2. So runners now first and third and 2 outs for Hartsville. And they got a McFarland hung up between first and second. Now the throw home as the runner breaks for the plate. The ball is dropped. He's going to be safe. A run's in, and McFarland's going to get all the way around to third. So Ryan Thompson comes in on the rundown between first and second involving McFarland. It's going to be a 6-2 lead now for Hartsville. And McFarland makes it all the way around to third. Let's see if everybody's okay. That was a lot going on there in that play. And the catcher for North Augusta, Bryson Wright, a little shaken up on the play. He'll take a minute to gather himself. So Hartsville gets the 2 runs. North Augusta scores in the top of the 4th, right back here in the bottom of the 4th. And they again lead by 4, 6-2 the score. When you're visiting BeaufortCountySC.gov to watch the live streams of these games, you can also, you'll notice that there are videos of each and every one of these games available for purchase. That's BeaufortCountySC.gov. Either watch the live stream or you can purchase videos of each of these games here at the Dixie Boys and the Dixie Junior Boys tournaments here at Oscar Frazier Park. So McFarland leads off third. 2 runs are in for Hartsville. Tucker Galloway, the batter, and he takes strike 1 from Bryson Knuckles. 0-1 pitch on the way. Is fouled off at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes the count. Oh, 2 pitch on the way with McFarland dancing off a third. That's deflected by the pitcher toward the shortstop, who throws on to first late. McFarland comes in to score, and it's a 7-2 lead for Hartsville. That'll be an infield single for Galloway, and that'll bring up Jace Atkinson to the plate. So a 7-2 lead for Hartsville. 3 runs have scored here in the bottom of the 4th. Galloway becomes the runner at first. Knuckles gets his sign, and the pitch on the way misses outside for ball 1. One 0 pitch on the way. Downstairs, 2-0 the count. Knuckles gives Galloway a look back at first, brings it to the plate, and Atkinson takes ball 3, 3-0. Hartsville has scored 3 runs here in the bottom of the 4th, and they now lead by 5 at 7-2. 3-0 pitches right through there, and the count's now 3-1. Galloway leads off first. Knuckles brings it to the plate. It's high and tight for ball 4. And Jace Atkinson trots down to first. Runners will now be on first and second for Hartsville. And Alvy Fullwood stands in. Pitch on the way is in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The umpire's right hand that he indicates strikes. I'm blocked by one of the poles on the screen behind home plate. And that is ripped, and I mean ripped and deep to left field. That's up against the fence. That's going to score at least 1 run. It bounces over the fence. That's going to be a ground rule double for Fullwood. Another runs in for Hartsville. It's now 8-2. And that ground rule double cost Hartsville a run. If that stays in the park, another run would have scored. But as it is, it's a ground rule double and an RBI for Fullwood. Hartsville now leads by 6. And that brings up the pitcher, John Alexander. Runners now second and third for Hartsville. Still 2 outs. And the pitch is outside for ball 1. Knuckles ready, pitch on the way, he's fouled back. Over the press box. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Knuckles again ready, pitch to the plate. Hit on a line and caught by the shortstop. What a catch. What a catch. And that will end the bottom of the 4th inning and prevent further damage for North Augusta. Great play-ins, the bottom of the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th. Hartsville up by 6. It's 8-2. We'll be right back on the County Channel. Bryson Knuckles going to lead off for North Augusta in the top of the 5th, with Hartsville on top 8-2. John Alexander still on the mound for Hartsville, and he's into the wind, and the pitch on the way to Knuckles misses outside for ball 1. A great play by North Augusta's shortstop ended the threat for Hartsville in the bottom of the 4th, and there's a single into left field, and North Augusta has their leadoff man aboard. Bryson Knuckles with a single to left.
Thank you.
So North Augusta trying to get back in the game. They get a leadoff single. And Bryce Tillman, the right fielder, the batter, and Mr. Tillman looks large enough to be a major leaguer. He is a tall, strongly built young man. Snap throw to first. Back safely is the base runner. No harm done. It's a 1-ball, no strike count to Bryce Tillman. Alexander brings it to the plate. There's a big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1 on Tillman. 1-1 pitch is inside. The count's 2-1. Runner on first, nobody out. We're playing in the top of the 5th of this elimination game between Hartsville and North Augusta. Right now, Hartsville with the lead, but North Augusta has another base hit, back-to-back singles to start the top of the 5th, and they're not going to go away quietly. And you wouldn't expect them to. They are the District 3 champs. So runners on first and second, still nobody out. And Colin Stevens will be the batter. We've seen some great baseball back last week with the Ozone Tournament and this week with the Dixie boys and junior boys. Very competitive baseball. We've seen great hitting, great pitching, great defense. That is lifted out toward left field. Left fielder has it, and that's out number 1 in the top of the 5th. So Stevens flies to left. Runners remain at first and second. And Kyrie White will now be the batter for North Augusta.
Correction, number 5.
Pitch on the way. That's popped up right toward my window again. And right on the roof for strike 1. Back when I used to watch the Braves in the 80s, they had a lot of great announcers. One of them was Ernie Johnson. And Ernie Johnson would always bring a net with him to the broadcast booth and try to snag those pop-ups that got anywhere near. I need to take a page out of Ernie's book and bring a fishing net with me. Try to catch some souvenirs here at Oscar Frazier Park. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike to Kyrie White with runners on first and second. And 1 out here in the top of the 5th, and there's a strike. White didn't think so, but he's down in the count now 1-2. That's hit out toward right, actually on the infield, and caught by the second baseman. That didn't go as far as I thought. And that's out number 2 here in the top of the 5th. Broadcasting manager Scott Grooms thinks I need to take a page out of Harry Carey's book and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." That'll never happen, Scott. I don't have the voice for it. Neither did Harry. It didn't stop him, but I know my limitations. As Zach Hardy stands in, and he's behind in the count of strike. No balls and a strike. Runners get their leads off first and second. That's tapped towards short. Fielded on a hop by the shortstop. Strong throw on to first is going to be just in time. And North Augusta retired the top of the fifth. They get the first 2 men aboard and leave them stranded. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. The score remains Hartsville 8, North Augusta 2. We'll be right back here live on the County Channel. Hartsville County comes to bat in the bottom of the fifth. Quez Hadley will lead off. Bryson Knuckles still on the mound for North Augusta. In this, a very important elimination game in the Dixie Boys State Championship. Strike one to Quez Hadley, and I don't think he thought much of that call. Knuckles into the wind, the 0-1 pitch. Hit foul out of play. The count goes to 0-2. We're thankful for all of our viewers at BeaufortCountySC.gov as this game is being streamed on the internet. Hit out towards short, knocked down by the shortstop, but he'll have no play. He'll throw to first. It's a wide throw. And it would never have been in time as Quez Hadley reaches with a leadoff single for Hartsville here in the bottom of the fifth. Good start for Hartsville.
Now batting for Hartsville, number 18, Rodney Atkinson.
Rodney Atkinson will be the batter now for Hartsville. Eight to 2 our score. Hartsville with the lead as we play in the bottom of inning 5. And the count, 1 ball, no strikes to Rodney Atkinson. Atkinson lists wings as his favorite food, the Houston Astros as his favorite baseball team, and Jose Altuve as his favorite player. He also plays golf. He wants to be a welder when he grows up. Interesting profession. And Atkinson awaits the 1-1 pitch. He pops it up and going to be put away by the catcher, Bryson Wright, for the first out here in the bottom of the fifth. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Evan Young. Runner goes, the pitch is a ball, the throw to second is going to be late, and it's a stolen base for Hartsville. So another insurance run stands at second with 1 out. And a 1 ball, no strike count to Evan Young. Knuckles gets his sign, runner gets his lead off second. And the pitch on the way is hit high and deep into left field, back toward the wall. That ball is up against the wall. A run is going to score for Hartsville. And Evan Young will cruise into second with an RBI double. He just missed a home run. That was right up against the left center field wall. So an RBI double makes it 9-2. And Young becomes the runner at second with one out and a run in.
Coming up to bat now, number 22, Corey Jordan.
I was thinking the same thing. Looks like Knuckles' afternoon is going to be finished as he goes back out toward. Where's he going? He's going into center field. So Bryce Knuckles moves from the pitcher to center field.
40 total pitches for Bryson Knuckles.
And we'll tell you who's taken over on the mound when we know. Changes for North Augusta. As we play in the bottom of the fifth, Hartsville with one out and a run in. They lead by 7. 9-2 the score. So Zach Hardy will take over on the mound for North Augusta.
North Augusta, number 1, Zach Hardy.
And he will face Ryan Thompson when play resumes. Stay tuned to BeaufortCountySC.gov. Got another game coming your way at 4 o'clock. And then a third game coming your way at 7 o'clock this evening. Baseball all day long. Right here on the County Channel and BeaufortCountySC.gov. Yes, of course, all these games either on the County Channel or streamed at BeaufortCountySC.gov. That's a free service that the Beaufort County brings you. And if you're interested of purchasing any of these games played in this tournament or the previous Ozone tournament, you can find information and purchase DVDs at BeaufortCountySC.gov. We hope you do. Hardy completes his warm-up tosses on a hot, humid July day at Oscar Frazier Park. That's not good. Thompson stands in the batter's box. Evan Young leads off second. His RBI double has made this a 7-run game for Hartsville. And there's a swing and a miss. Strike one to Ryan Thompson. Young leads off second. 0-1 pitch on the way to the plate. Thompson skips the rope. Young thought about going to third, then thought better of it and raced back to second. And the count's now 1-1 strike to Ryan Thompson. One pitch on the way. Is a ball, and the count 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch on the way with Young leading off second all the way to the screen. Young breaks for third, and he's going to make it as the count goes to 3 balls and a strike to Ryan Thompson. So runner now at third for Hartsville. Zach Hardy gets his sign. 3-1 pitch on the way. Hit foul up past third, and that fills the count, 3-2. We've had great crowds all week long. Another great crowd this afternoon. In fields 1, 2, and 3. And there's a shot in from third base from our drone operated by Robert Dixie. As Ryan Thompson takes ball 4 in Hartsville with another runner on base. There's still just one out in the bottom of the 5th, and that brings up Treyon McFarland. So McFarland digs in with runners on first and third, just the one out, a run in for Hartsville. Runner breaks from first, and he's going to make it into second without a throw. So that puts 2 men in scoring position with one out, and it's a 1-ball and no strike count to Treyon McFarland. Big swing and a miss, and the count's even 1-1.
Coming up to bat now, number 13, Wade Alley.
1-1 pitch on the way. That pops away from the catcher. Young breaks from third. He's going to score, and that'll make the score 10-2. And the runner on second makes it over to third. So it's an 8-run lead for Hartsville. And a 2-ball and 1 strike count to Treyon McFarland. There's another pitch in the dirt, but that stays too close to home plate for the runner to come in from third, but it does take the count to 3 balls and a strike to Treyon McFarland. Tucker Galloway waits on deck for Hartsville. Zach Hardy with the pitch. It's inside, and it's another walk, and down to first goes McFarland. Still just the one out. And runners now first and third. And here is Tucker Galloway. Zach Hardy looks in, gets his sign from Bryson Wright. Snap throw to first is fairly close, but McFarland back safely. 10-2 the score, Hartsville with the lead. Another throw to first, not as close this time. Zach Hardy looks in. The pitch to the plate misses. One ball, no strikes, the count to Tucker Galloway. Runner goes from first. The pitch is in the dirt, and it's another extra base taken by Hartsville. Treyon McFarland steals second, and that puts 2 more men in scoring position and puts us in a situation where if these 2 runs would score, that would end the ball game. As the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes to Tucker Galloway. Zach Hardy looks in, gets his sign. 3-0 pitch on the way. Runners lead off second and third. That's hit up toward first. They're going to get down the right field line. 2 runs are going to score. And it's now 12-2 Hartsville. Doesn't that end the game or no? That's it, right? And with a 10-run lead in the home half of the 5th inning, Hartsville wins the game 12-2. So the 10-run mercy rule has been enacted, and Hartsville defeats North Augusta 12-2. A hard-fought game by both teams. North Augusta, unfortunately, will leave the tournament, but they could leave with their heads held high. They've done themselves, their teammates, their families, and their counties and their city proud. So Hartsville wins this game 12-2. They move on in the tournament, and we'll be back at 4 o'clock for another exciting Dixie Boys tournament game right here on the County Channel. Until then, I'm Jody Vermilia. We'll see you in just a little while. Hartsville wins this game 12-2. We'll be back at 4 o'clock right here on the County Channel.